Usually in these little, holes right here, not these in particular, I've never fished at these right here, but usually you can see fish, but I've not seen any fish. So I want to keep going, keep walking. Here's this igloo cooler I bought off of or from the flea market. Putting it to use, using worms as bait. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, we'll just walk around, see if I can't find any fish. I kind of like, with the creek, I like spot fishing, or sight fishing, because you can see, if there's any fish. And I'm just not seeing any fish. There's plenty of good pools. I mean, that last one I was at, great pool for fish, but just, I can't believe that there's not. I don't see any in this right here, but it just looks good. So I'm gonna at least throw it in. Maybe there's a fish hiding somewhere. Maybe if I was to get under that rock right there, but this ain't heavy enough to cast there. I probably could, but I don't really want to lose my bait. It ain't that important. I'll keep going, keep walking. The water is barely moving over there, I can see. So I think what I'm going to do is venture over there. I was really trying not to get my feet too wet, but it looks like I'm going to have no other option. Whew, good and cold. This looks less steep. Oh man, it's cold. See, even that right there should have fish in it. I mean, I'm not walking loud, trying not to scare them. I'm going to cast under this tree before I try over there, just to see. And there's not a whole lot to get snagged on, so I don't think I will. I take that back, I probably will, but ooh, there's a fish swimming towards it. Oh, he wasn't a very big fish. He was big enough to steal what little worm I did have. There's a tiny bit of worm still in there. I'm going to toss him back in, see if he gets anything. Like I said, it wasn't a very big fish. Probably, if I did catch him, I'm not eating him. But I'm gonna get a little bit closer. It looks like he did steal my worm, but he's hitting it like as soon as it hits the water, so he might not pay that much attention to whether or not it's got something on it. Let's see. That's a lot. That's awful brushy right there. So I'd say that there is some good fish in there, but I ain't catching them. So let's throw a worm on here, and I'm going to go over to that spot that ain't hardly moving. I am going to take this thing out because that's not even doing anything. Alright, break this worm in half. Get out. Because if he keeps stealing my worms, then I ain't gonna have much. So, we'll go over here. Probably shed this jacket in about 2 seconds. Alright. Might take longer than 2 seconds because I'm going to walk over here first at least. Oh yeah, good and cold, good and cold. Man, this just looks like bass or something. I see something over there. I couldn't hardly tell what it was. I'm gonna say this worm probably ain't catching much, but give me an idea of what's in it. I'm gonna get an overhead view. And up here I can cast better. Oh yeah, I see a nice, he's probably 6 to 8 inch bass. Depending on what kind he is, he'd be a keeper. But man, that water is blue. I've got this, let me grab it out of my pocket. Alright. Got this little tube here. Sort of, I feel like, resembles a tadpole. Big old tadpole. I want to put him on here with my worms. And so maybe get some of that wormy scent, and hopefully help the weight. Alright, let's try this out. Well, let me get a little bit. Alright, let's try it. I've got a stick right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a stick right over there, right about where I seen that bass. 100% I'm getting snagged on that, no doubt. Maybe not this cast, but soon. Alright. We'll come back to this spot. I'm going to, like I said, walk over that way. One thing's for sure, I ain't sneaking up on nothing in these shoes of mine. Actually, I'm not leaving here yet. I'm going to try and cast that way. Because I see a little fish. And maybe where there's a little fish, there's a little bit bigger of a fish. Oh man, I think that was a little bluegill. But I want to emphasize little because it was very, very small. It seems like in this creek, for the most part, if they don't take it pretty soon after it falls, that you know, they're pretty well not interested in it. So as it's fallen and hits the ground is when they really go after it. If they don't go after it like I said, very soon after that, they probably ain't going after it. Now I do have some little tiny fish following it, but they ain't much bigger than the bait itself, so. That was a pretty good cast over that way. They're fighting over it. One has it in its mouth, but it's not a very big fish. There. Oop, nope, spit it. There, I got him. Little bluegill. I hope you guys can see that. That looks really nice. So, look at Calm down. Now he's all dirty. Alright, let me rinse him off real quick. My duck slippers. Alright. Oh, I lost him. He slid out of my hands. But super good looking little fish. I believe I could have kept him because I don't think there's a size limit on bluegill, but there ain't no sense in keeping that little thing. Maybe if he was twice that size. But first fish of the year, guys, and you guys witnessed it. You guys witnessed the catch and the unintentional release. I see something over there. I don't know if that's a fish or not. I don't think it was, but all right, let's go for round 2. They're already flocking it. There's a fish right under him. They're kind of following it. And yeah, the fish is following it. He ain't nothing. But all right, let's try it again. I'm gonna try and get a little bit further in that little bit of a shadow over there. I got close, but not as far towards the bank as I wanted to. We'll try it. Nah. That was awesome. If you guys liked that, if you guys are glad that I caught that fish, first fish of the year, hit that subscribe button, because hopefully that's not the last one of the year. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. I still see those fish swimming around. I've got this feeling there's a pretty good sized fish in those weeds over there, and if I had one more sinker I could probably get there, but you know, that's what I get for not planning. There's a fish, he's got it. He don't have it. Should have put 2 sinkers in my pocket. Then I'd been doing something. Oh yeah, that was a nice cast. Ooh, and I got a bite, but it spit it. All right. Few more casts in this pool right here, and I am gonna head up creek a little ways. All right, one more. I see some tiny fish up towards the top. Oof. It bit it. All right. Let's move up the creek a little ways. Try that spot that I was looking at earlier. Alright guys, so I see a little bass. This is the same pool. I turned the camera off, and then he showed up. So I've got the camera back on, and he was chasing it off camera. I mean, he was chasing it good, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to get him. Oh man, and that other big bass that I just seen earlier, he's back. That's one of the cons of sight fishing, is you can see the fish, but you can't always catch the fish. At least I can't. But you'll have that. Alright, this time I really am. I'm moving. Fish will hear me coming from a mile away. Alright, I think before I cross the creek, I'm going to try it over here first. Just give it a little test, walk up on it quiet. Because the water's not moving fast here. I see a ton of little tiny fish about this big. I almost made a bad cast. I want to try and cast out more in the deep part. A little bit better. That way I can see the fish better. Kind of get an idea of what kind of fish is in here. Oof. That might be a snake. Nah. We'll say it ain't. Let's cast on him. Oh man, didn't do it. He ain't moving. It's a stick. 100% got to be a stick. I thought I seen it move, but I could be crazy. Crossing the creek, because that was a bad spot. I'm looking for our snaky stick and I don't see it. Unless that's it over there. That might be it. Alright. I was thinking that it might not have been a stick. Daggone, I've got a stinking knot in my line somehow, and it keeps getting me fouled up. Ah, that's a piece of junk. Alright, no it ain't. What is its problem? See that right there? That's what it keeps doing to me. Because I don't have enough weight on my stick, or on my fishing line. Alright, maybe. But I don't have as far to be able to cast here. And I already know with just having this one worm, or I guess the one hook and my one sinker, because I left my tackle bag in the car, I already know I'm going to get caught and probably break my line. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. Ouch. Glad I decided to wear my stealth shoes. There's a pretty good little pool. The water's moving kind of fast, but not as fast as it is right there. And in other parts, it's possible, as light as my bait is, I can let it kind of float down or something. Got a dang on fly. buzzing around my head, driving me nuts. I kind of figured something would be under this log right there. Alright, guess not. Alright, I think for now I'm going to turn around, go back to that hole that I was at. This is pretty solid, just creek right here, and it doesn't look like there's any big puddles or pools until I get further down. So I think, like I said, for now I'm going to turn around, go back to that second hole, I think it was. Try it out some more. At least try to catch one of them bass. I'll get rid of this little tube, I think. Put on a full-sized worm. It'll look more lifelike, probably. So it'll have to. I kind of want to fish this again, but I mean, I'm 100% going to get snagged there. Water don't feel as bad since I just got out of it. Yeah. All right. Oh man, I see the big bass again, and he's going to that spot that I was just at. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna take, I don't know, yeah, I think I want to take this off. Alright, it is off, and put a whole full-sized worm on. Second one. I like to hook them a couple times so that way they're less likely to come off. Alrighty, so he's on the hook. And do a quick scan for that bass. Like I said, he went that way where I was just at. So chances are he's still there. Hopefully. I don't see him. But he's not an eaten sized bass, I don't think. But he'd be a good bass to catch. Alright. Still don't see him. Casting it out there. Got me a worm on. I don't see my bait. It doesn't show up as good as that blue did. Alright, I see my bait. Reel him back in. Just try and get out there a ways again. Oops, didn't do it that time. We'll do it next time. Oh, no I'm not, because there's two of them right there. Cast in the middle of them. Nope, because the stupid knot in my line. Alright. Trying it one more time. Alright, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. It's falling right towards him. Right past him. He's seen it. Oh, the little fish keep going after it. Let the big fish get it. Oh, and they took it off. Daggone. I got one more bite on there, so I still see him. Hopefully you guys can see him. Like I said, he's not that big. Oh, and he's swimming that way. Alright. Stinking little fish. Alright. Stole my worm. But if you guys can't see, there's two bass. Like, from my sight, I can see him and he's swimming that way. I mean, he looks like he's about 8 inches or so, I think. 6. But he could be bigger out of the water. I doubt it. Get another stinking worm. So. Alright. Another quick scan for that bass. Don't see him. If the little bluegill take this worm off this time, I'm 100% not using a worm this big next time. But alright, little bluegill are swimming right towards it. Not happening this time. Not unless I get a good cast. They can get it if I get a good cast, but see, something stupid like that. I really don't want to cut my line. Oof, that one was nice. And a little fish. Got him. Hopefully this is the one that stole my bait. Nah, probably not. He's kind of small. Alright. I'm going to let you look at him before I get him off the hook. Yes. Nice little fish. There he is. And off he goes. I think he pooped on me. But, you know, if somebody caught me on a hook, I'd probably be a little upset too. Alright guys, so that was my second fish of the year. Wanting a big fish, but he was a fish. If you guys want me to catch more fish, hit that like button. It's crazy to me how tiny these fish are. Especially the bluegill. It's like they're so tiny, but I don't know if it's where it's this pole or what, but they hit the hook so hard. Oof, that was a bad one. Bad cast. You guys seen it on camera. Then I go ahead and reel the hook through the eye. Lose my worm. Oh man, is that a crawdad? There's a... No, he's not. Thought it was a dead crawdad for a second. Alright guys, so probably am not going to do a catch and cook in this video, but if you guys want to see a catch and cook, hit that subscribe button, because pretty soon I'm planning on going to like a lake or something, something with more substantial fish and bigger fish. And I am planning on doing a catch and cook there, using fish that I catch there. Alright, putting a worm back on. That wasn't my last worm, but I'm definitely not putting a full worm on. Make a little sweep for that bass, see if he's this way. I don't see him. I see some little bluegill though. Let's throw it in here. I jerked the hook. So like the hook wasn't in the fish's mouth, but the worm was. So now, again, I have no worm. Heard that turkey again. Oh, got him. No worm. And I still caught him. So he's a pretty good sized one. And honestly, if I was starving, well, I take that back. He's not a pretty good sized one. But if I was starving, which I am not, I would probably eat this guy. But I'm not starving, so I'm not going to eat him. But we can look at his good looking blue color. Alright, bud. There he went. Didn't even have a worm on. Like I said, these guys are chasing it. They just ain't as likely to bite it. Oop. Alrighty guys, I think that's about it. I'm about done. I've been fishing for a while. The video might not be that long, but I've been fishing for a while now. Make a couple more casts just for you guys, see if I catch a fish or not. But well, I had one bite it, but I'm about done. Caught some pretty decent little tiny fish if I was going to use them as bait, but you'll have that. So nothing eating sized. Like I said, hit that subscribe button because a catch and cook is coming. I don't know what I'm going to be catching, and I don't know what I'll be cooking, but it's definitely coming up. Because I think that'll be cool. If you guys do want to watch those, I've got a snapping turtle catch and cook on my channel. If you guys want to watch it, I'll try and remember to leave a little iCard up there so that way you guys can watch it. If I don't, golly, the pollen's getting to me. If I don't link it, just go search it. It's pretty easy to find. It's like snapping turtle catch and cook or something. I named it something simple, so that way I could remember it. But yeah, it was pretty good. I'm about to catch another fish, I do believe, because they're following it. Nope, they didn't bite it. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.